super PACs and all that. She didn't have the money for the campaign they were trying to run. Trust me, fam. I can read. Trust me. So we're not going to go back and forth with the... We ain't going to do that. But what I just read again...
What are you talking about? Hold on. Let me give Mr. James. Let me give Mr. James a chance to rebut.
Now?
Go ahead, Mr. James.
4 times already. No, we're not doing that either. You say what you have to say, and then Sam and I and Kiana will say, and Fitz will say what we have to say.
All right, cool. So look, it's like this, man. You know, I'm trying to be as civil and cordial as possible. The lady didn't quit because her staff quit. That's BS. All right? This is the person you're going to get right now. This is me. She didn't quit because her staff quit. She quit because she didn't have the money to run the campaign that they wanted her to run, which was a movement, not a campaign. The movement she's doing now. So all that talking about, she don't know what she's talking about when she's doing her interviews and all this and that, we're not going to do that. The woman had 100 days to run a campaign that you got to start in 2 years. So we're not going to do that. We got to be fair. We got to look at the facts and when this woman got the campaign.
If we're on that, if she had the time that she's had to prepare and the questions that she's being asked repeatedly, if we're being fair, she's been given the opportunity to answer these questions. She's been given grace. She's been shown
before you interrupted me, I was leading into that before you interrupted me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, go ahead, Kiana, you finish, and then we'll go back to you, Mr. Paul.
I mean, with her having the connections that she has with these news outlets and things, they're like Mr. Blue said, she has plenty of opportunity to answer the questions. She doesn't have the answers to the questions, or her team has not helped her with better responses. With her constantly bringing up her upbringing and things like that, we now know her upbringing. We want to know the policies. What are you going to do for the people? What
that got to do with bacon being $6.49?
Yeah, what does that have to do with the bacon? I don't eat bacon, but why is the bacon so high? Is you going to lower the bacon? Why is the egg so high? You saying, okay, that the egg...
Why is gas $4.89?
Yeah, what is going on? What are you going to do to alleviate this? Because
that never happened in Trump's organization. And plus, what I'm bringing to the forefront is that we have chosen her ally networks, her own ally networks, which support her, are saying she is not answering the question. Mr. James, you look like you look like a Brunswick
I could have sworn I had the floor next like you promised, bro.
Oh, okay. You next. You next. I did say that. I did say that. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead, Lord Paul.
So let's go back to Kiana. I don't know if you're familiar with the criteria legislation, Congress, Senate. Number one, she's a vice president. She doesn't make laws. She doesn't sign them. She doesn't have the power to. Somebody said that earlier, but why didn't she can't. She doesn't. Number one, Congress runs the money, not the president. Congress has to pass or get a high majority of people to say, okay, you know what? Let's stop this inflation. The president has no real power. The vice president has none. The vice president's duties is to the president facilitates what he wants and needs done to the vice president. So we're not going to put this woman's feet to the fire as if she's the here or and all, because she's not. Now, in retrospect to
bingo. I like that. Go ahead.
Now, in retrospect to her not answering questions, this woman answers the same questions verbatim over and over again. How people perceive the answers is not her fault. So yes, what we may know, other people may not know. Did you know that people still think that this woman put people in prison? So they're not getting the information. So she has to keep repeating. So yes, everybody doesn't know her background. Everybody doesn't know this, that, and the third. So in all due respect, I didn't know all that. The more and more that comes out, I'm learning more and more about it every day. So yes, some things have to be repeated because people in our community, it's one ear and out the other, or they just don't get the information. And I saw what you're about to do, Blue. Go to Politico, my brother. Politico.
Okay, all right. Now, my producer telling me on the time restraint. Okay, Mr. James.
Yes. You know, it's. I think it was Sam who brought up the fact a couple of weeks ago that when Biden got into office, he said this is a partnership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did say that at the very beginning.
And she's going to have as much power as I have.
See, those come out. I need you to fact check that.
And let's add to that. He said this administration will not be known as the Biden administration. It will be known as the Biden-Harris administration. It will be the first time in history that is a partnership administration. Yeah, every time they spoke to Kamala Harris, they asked her, "Were you the last in the room?" Biden came up there and said, "She's always the last one in the room. She is just as influential on all the key bills. And remember, she has made history by being the first vice president to break the tie on 33 bills."
Right. She's the first vice president to actually be president.
No vice president has had to tie break more than 3 prior to this 33. So she, in all reason, when you look at that, she is actually the most powerful vice president in history with having the power to tie break 33. You know, that's what we have to look at. If you say you're analytical, let's be analytical. Like,
I'm very analytical, brother.
Hold on. Let him finish. He let you finish.
I mean, you can threaten me all you want or threaten the board, but that's not
Hold on. Listen. He didn't interrupt you. He did not interrupt you. He did not interrupt you not one time.
I'm going to say something, man.
Let that man know. It's Samuel Blue's turn.
Listen to me.
It's Mr. Blue's turn.
Mr. Blue, go ahead. Talk over one another.
Yeah. I'm asking you to mute it right now because he did not interrupt you.
Number one.
So your turn, Mr. Blue.
So do not.
No, he's not threatening. Nobody's threatening nobody. But let's end it. Mr. Paul, Lord Paul, it's Samuel Blue's turn.
Nobody threatening that dude, bro.
It's Samuel Blue's turn. Let it go. Go ahead, Mr. Blue.
You need to address that. Everybody threatening that dude, bro.
I just said you didn't threaten him. Okay, let's get to the issue. Mr. Blue, go ahead.
And to fact check to say that a vice president does not have any duties, I just put in our group, our panel chat, all of the duties of the vice president that's actually in the job description. And that's what I got from my 3rd degree, which is political science. So she had a job description, and some of those things in her job description were things that she was assigned, but she failed. Let's take one that's real simple. When Israel came to address Congress, her job is to preside over Congress anytime a foreign dignitary addresses Congress. She failed to do that. She didn't show up. She boycotted. She's supposed to preside over the Senate. She's supposed to break any tie breaks. As presiding over the Senate, she broke 33 of those. But that's a lot. That's in her job description. She's supposed to represent the U.S. She represents the country, all official events. She's supposed to support all of the bills and everything, all the agenda that the administration wants. So this is the thing, like, people can say that she had no job, but that's uninformed. She has 12 things in her job description, and 6 of those she failed.
Okay. All right, Mr. James.
Yeah, I just take a little exception to what Sam said about the power, about being the most powerful. And because of the fact that I remember Bush, who's the VP under Bush Jr.?
Dick Cheney.
Cheney.
Yeah.
Cheney was running things until Bush.
Yeah, Halliburton.
And until Bush Jr. said, "I'm the president," and it took a while for him to say that.
Yeah.
But other than that, she is extremely powerful because she was given that power. She keeps saying that she had the power, she had influence, etc. Everybody says it. And what I'm not understanding a lot of times is, yes, we all understand there's someone running this world above the president of the United States. I think we understand that. But at the same time, they do have a lot of influence into what's going on in the world. And to say the president has no power is absurd.
He has power, but with that gang, which really act like a gang in Congress, what they say really go, So with that being said, I want to say that she has had so many opportunities to change things around, especially with Joe Biden's dementia. Don't forget, Nancy Pelosi has been coaching her the whole time. Okay. With that being said, we're going to the next topic. Sawyer, let us have it, Sawyer.
Hey, Fitz, got you a question real quick?
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Long as it's less than 2 minutes, because we're on the time restraint, then we're going to go to the next topic.
Yeah, it's gonna be way less than that. I never said that Vice President Harris didn't do nothing, or her job description. I actually did say whatever the president's position is, whatever he delegates to her, that's what she does. That's her job description. To delegate whatever the president wants her to do and needs her to do. That's her job description. In retrospect to you having a political science degree and all that, that's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, Mr. James may not have one, but he's very well versed and probably got more knowledge and wisdom and cultivated comprehension of politics than both of us. Maybe everybody in this room. The same thing maybe Kiana does, whatever else. So we're not gonna try to throw subliminal shots as if just because somebody doesn't have a degree.
Hold on. There are no subliminal shots.
I caught that.
No, listen. Lord Paul.
I'm good.
Lord Paul, this is no subliminal shot. I chose this man because he's retired military and he's there all day working for various organizations, political organizations, and everything that man sends me, everything that Sawyer fact checks by Noblesse.
Fitz, let me ask you a question, Fitz.
From this man has been correct. Okay.
Let me ask you a question, Fitz.
No, you can't right now. You can ask after we get off air. We can discuss that. We have to go to the next topic.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right. The next topic is okay. Now, y'all remember when the comedian came on Trump's closing argument, how he made a statement that could go both ways, okay, about Puerto Rico being the garbage island, which we all know that they have no recycling or no sanitation department there. So actually it is. And he wasn't talking about the people, but yet and still, former President Trump denounced that clown, that comedian for saying them things. Okay, now why is it so pertinent? You can pull it down now, Soy. Why is it so pertinent that when a comedian said that Trump didn't know was invited, this is all factual, said them things, and yet the Kamala Harris administration jumped on it as, like Trump said, Project 2025 has nothing to do with Trump, okay? They put that on Trump. People fail to read Agenda 47. Kiana, let me hear from you, Kiana.
Could you re-ask that question?
The question is, even though fact check MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBC, CBS, News Nation, and Fox have said that Trump denounced this comment of the comedian about Puerto Rico being a garbage island, which can go both ways. The dude wasn't talking about Puerto Ricans being garbage. But immediately, the Democratic Party chose to twist it to say that that comedian was talking about Puerto Rican people. I also have a link where the Puerto Ricans for Donald Trump said that the Democratic Party is making a big nothing or anything. He was not talking about Puerto Ricans. He was telling the truth that Puerto Rico doesn't have a sanitation or recycling system there. So, yes, it is the garbage island of the Caribbean. Kiana?
Well, if they don't have a recycling system and they don't have a sanitation people to take care of that, then they are the garbage island. I mean, they need somebody to come in and take care of that, handle that, because you have people that visit Puerto Rico all the time. They love it's a beautiful country, beautiful. It's beautiful. If he denounced it, they're going to spin it however they need to spin it to make him look bad. That's their whole point. I hate that they did that and made the Puerto Rican people feel like they were being spoken of in a negative light. But comedians are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to make it funny and entertaining. So he just left himself open to have his words twisted.
Mr. James.
Yeah, well, the guy is what do you call insult comedian. You should hear what he said about black folks. You should, but to take that one piece, of course you're going to take that one piece because everybody does that. They take the one piece and then they throw it on commercial and they run it 400 times a day. That's nothing new. Out of context, it was very tacky for him to say that. But
correct. I agree.
That was out of context. And I've listened to the rest of it, what he had to say, and all of it was bad. You should have heard, when they did the roast of, who was it? They roasted
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, thank you, Sam. He's bad. He's not a good comedian. So to take that out of context, and this is the problem. This is the problem with not Bush, whatever his name is, Trump. When they had that hurricane, when was it, about 5-6 years ago? The hurricane. He took the toilet paper, or not toilet paper, but the paper towels, and was throwing out the paper towels. That's so stupid. He's stupid. So you can push people into believing that's what he believed because he does stupid things. The man is ignorant, and like Fitz said, this is not a one-sided conversation about either one because I despise them both equally. Let me get that out of my system and say that I really despise both of them because one of them was pushed on us by the people who run the government, whoever that is, because they had plenty of time to take time and have at least one debate with 6 or 7 people who wanted to be the nominee. That's easy. People would know those people, that the 6 or 7 people, better than they would even know Harris. So it's an excuse. It's like the Democratic Party is really trying to sabotage themselves. It's the same way with what's the woman's name that ran in 2016? Clinton.
Hillary.
Yeah, she's one of the worst people you could run. And then for Bill to say, he said that Israel has no choice but to kill civilians. But MSNBC, NBC, CNN isn't jumping on him. But the guy in Chicago who was the head of the school system got fired because he said you can't keep killing people. He got fired or was forced to resign. But they can say whatever it is they want to say anytime they want to say it, and there are no consequences because the media is on their side. I don't listen to Fox. I can't stand them. I stopped listening. I used to be an MSNBC junkie before Clinton. I used to be a junkie. But I realize now that it's all garbage. And it is true. The stuff that Sam has said and the stuff he has posted and things that I've listened to, fact check whatever you want because everybody, like Michael said, everybody's going to have their opinion of what people say. But you can't deny the words. It's like going back to what we talked about the first time.
Or the actions.
She said it 5 years ago. But most people believe what they believe and they don't change. Most people do.
I think one of the major problems is everybody is so concentrated on history. They're like, oh, this is going to be history. The first woman. Oh, no, not the first woman, the first black woman. Fuck that. My pockets, the economy. I don't care about the first black woman, the first woman, period. What my pockets and my mama and my daughter is going to have to deal with. Fuck that history. That's why it's in the past, because it's history.
You have to understand history. You have to, because as they say, if you don't understand history, the exact
It'll
same,
repeat itself.
You're bound to repeat it. So you have to understand that. But what drives me insane is the fact that people keep making excuses for her. It's like you're doing the same thing that Bush people. I said it here. I said it again. You're doing the same thing that Trump people. They make excuses for him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Both of them are garbage. I'm done.
Yeah, all right. Lord Paul, briefly, because we got to go to the next topic.
You sure you want me to speak?
Yeah, I said briefly. Long as we got to go to the next topic.
I'm making it as brief as I can, man.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone ever lives around Puerto Ricans. I'm from the South Bronx, so if you never lived around Puerto Ricans, you will never comprehend what that statement meant to that community. It was unclassful. It was classless. Trump knew about it. There's no way in hell you're not going to know who's on that stage, bro. And I don't know why, and for the life of me, that you're trying to make excuses for this man, Fitz.
No, I'm not making excuses because I'm from the same block. I'm from 138th and Alexander, the Mitchell Project in the Bronx. And listen to me. I talked to a gentleman earlier today that owns multiple businesses here in Raleigh. He was like, why are people making a big deal out of this? Our country is the garbage island for the Caribbean.
It's not what was said. It's not what was said, it's how it was said. The same thing where I was talking to Bella last night, and okay, they call Puerto Rico the island of garbage and everything else, but people forget that he said he was carving watermelons with a black man. This man knew what was coming out of his mouth. He knew the tone. It wasn't subliminal. He knew what he was speaking, and Trump had days and hours to either refute him or apologize, and he did neither one. So
yes, he did. I can pull it up. Sawyer, pull up the announcement, please.
He did it yesterday.
He did it yesterday.
Okay.
And the comedian did it the day before yesterday.
What I'm saying is, he should have did it on the stage. He did it to save face. He was forced to do it to get votes. Let's not do this, bro. I don't get where I'm at right now, man. Like, we haven't talked anything about Trump. Everything is like a Kamala bash tonight, yo. Like,
no. We're getting to Trump. We're getting to Trump. But we're getting to Trump. We're getting to Trump, and this is not the last show. This is not the last show. Oh, see, you coming in on the tail end. We have told Trump ass all the pieces like Reese's.
I just feel like as a man of color that it's easy for us to tear down a woman of color, and that's all that we've been doing.
We told Trump ass all the pieces.
I'm not saying us right here. I'm talking about our community in general. All we've been doing is tearing a black woman down, and a white man is sitting back loving it. Instead of us getting behind her, supporting this woman, so we can avoid things like Project 25 and 2025.
I really don't think that we're.
With Kamala, she actually.
I really don't think that we're attacking a black woman or woman. We're attacking the politician themselves, not the black woman or the. And we're not attacking. We're just bringing observance to it. We're not attacking a black woman here. Definitely not on here right now.
I get what you're saying, but that's not how it's going to be perceived to the white community, bro. They might look at them tearing out their own.
We don't have no control of that, what they think.
Because we do that anyway.
They're going to do that anyway.
We're going to talk about tearing down the black community. Let's talk about the video.
Okay, hold on. Let Lord Paul finish. Let Lord Paul. You got 30 seconds, Lord Paul. Then Keanu. Okay.
Mr. James said something so profound. I don't know if anyone was listening. We are programmed to hate one another, disrespect one another, tear down one another. We don't look for anything good in one another to build each other up. So when people are out there mispronouncing her name, calling her stupid, calling her this, calling her that, all we're doing is perpetuating what was already programmed into us from day one.
Oh, no, I don't agree with that.
I got 30 seconds, bro. I got 30 seconds, man.
Okay.
And this is what we do in our own communities. So when I hear people, if I sound like I'm getting personal with it, I do, because my mother was a woman of color. This woman is a woman of color on here. I'm not in the business of tearing down black women. If I don't like something about them, I'll let them know, but I'm not going to call them out their name. I'm not going to drag them. I'm not going to do none of that shit. And that's what I feel that goes on every day. And me and you, Fitz, I listened to you tonight. We talked on the phone, and I feel you have a hatred for this woman. You drag her.
I don't care if she was green or alien. I don't care if she was green or alien. My bacon is still $6.49, and my gas is still $4.89.
That is not her fault. She does not run the Fed, bro.
Kiana.
With tearing down, the black community, it started way, way long ago, tearing us down, separating us, and we are just a product of that now. If you want to start unity and things like that, it's going to have to start in the small communities with the Puerto Ricans, everybody that's claiming color and all that good stuff. We need to come together. Now, it's more like feelings. Everybody's in their feelings when it comes to this political race. This, everybody's, I feel like this person. No, what are you running on? We know Trump. He say grab him by the what. He has his own feelings towards this race. He'll say whatever he wants to say out of his mouth. We don't know what to expect from Trump. He's a loose cannon. With Kamala, we know now that, okay, she says she's a black woman, but then Candace Owens is digging into her past. Is she a black woman? But I understand that you feel like they're tearing her down.
Candace Owens is like the least person to talk about black people.
No. Okay. Let's forget Candace Owens. There's so many fact check.
The woman is
her
black,
grandmother
bro.
is Irish and not
the woman's father
Caribbean.
is
Well, if
Jamaican.
we're just not gonna worry about her race. She's
Wait.
Yeah, it don't matter about her race. It don't matter about her race. It don't matter about Mr. James. Mr. James, we got 30 seconds, Mr. James.
I was just wondering because what Michael said just now is very interesting to me because her father is Jamaican. Does that make him black?
Yeah,
Wait a minute. What does black mean nowadays? Because
Bingo.
Yeah.
Let him speak, bro.
It's so different. That meaning. We're talking about maybe foundational Black Americans, and I'm gonna say this right quick. I hate that term, people of color, because I was just reading today that one of the things on Facebook they were talking. Somebody had put a post up about the Africans coming over 10,000 years ago and the Olmec statues, etc., proving that Africans were here before anybody else. And the comments, and I just happened to look at, the emojis that they have, the thumbs up and all the rest of them. Well, I saw the laughing ones. And so I said, who's laughing at this history? Because that's a true history. So I went through just to look. There were a few black people who were laughing at that. But the majority of it was either white or Latinos. We are on our own.
Bingo.
Not nonsense. Asians, when Asian people talk about Asian folks, they don't talk about, us, we got to bring black people in. We're people of color. Latinos don't say that. When was the last time you saw a Mexican crew that had 2 or 3 black people in it working? No. That people of color nonsense until we get
Jamaicans, Africans, and either. Jamaicans,
get our act together, and Africans too, yeah. But until we get our act together, let's talk about us.
There you go.
Well,